there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to show you how to control your drone in Liftoff. That's right, you just did the update and now the drone is just out of control. Thanks to one of our viewers / subscribers, we're able to know which rates to put in there for actual so that the drone flies a little bit similar to that in the previous video when we're outside, but it does give you more control of it, and then you can just adjust things accordingly. But these rates actually work better in the real world, but this will just help you get your drone going in the Liftoff simulator so it's just not flying like a bat out of hell. So come, let's get started. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to launch the Liftoff application. Many games in there, so whatever game you have, there'll be a link in the description. If you don't have this game, you can download both. One, the Liftoff simulator, and then two, the DJI drone experience, which you will add later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to press play, okay, and you decide which experience you want when it comes to full screen or windowed. If you have a slower machine, you probably want to choose windowed. That could hinder the experience too if you don't have the processor that can actually handle it. So two things I'll show you. One is you'll go to tools, right? And then you go to workbench, and then you go to, I believe, hold on, here, drone editor. And right here, you would see I have the DJI drone, right? So here you would click on blueprints, and you could, if you downloaded the DJI experience, you would probably find it here. See, it's right there, and then add it. But since I already have it, it's in my fleet. This one, the green one, flies pretty well. It flies slow, but you're probably going to get 6 minutes to do one lap, which is fine. Remember, but it also flies well when it's sense of control and not having to tune it or anything, just straight out of the box. And if you want to learn angle, right, level and acro, this is the right one to actually put in your fleet. Angle is just basically the same as level mode. It allows the drone to fly like this, not like that, and you just can't do any flips, which is fine in the beginning because it's a little confusing when you're doing flips. So you would just choose level mode in the simulator, okay? Knowing that and moving forward, I'm going to exit. I already have these drones in my fleet. And the other thing, when it comes to options, the other thing I'll show you is graphics. If you see, I have full screen fake. And then you can choose windowed. When you choose windowed, see, now you can shrink it and have it work and adjust it to a size that might be right for you. Like let's say there, right? You decide, but now you know, maybe you'll have a full windowed experience, or maybe you'll have a full screen fake experience. But that also will hinder the drone experience, and now you know what to do to make it just right for you. So knowing that and moving forward, we're going to click single player. Now, two things. Another issue is if it's not connecting, you want to make sure that you turn it on. Another thing, it may not connect if you don't update. So update the firmware inside this thing, whether it's the remote controller 2 or 3 or whichever remote controllers that take firmware. Do that, update them. That could also be an issue with the connectivity issue that I've experienced. And then we'll go here, okay? And then I'm gonna do Hanover. I'm just a big fan of Hanover. You can do whichever. It'll work in any of these simulators. You just choose one that calls out to you, okay? Remember, I chose race, and see, there it is. There go my two drones. You can change drones between flights if you're not happy with it. I'll show you how to do that too. So I'm going to show you one lap, all right? And then we'll pause it or try to quickly hit the escape key. Make sure your throttle stick is down, otherwise the drone won't start. You'll be like, wait, it's not working, okay? So let's see what we have here. So we're gonna, oh, whoops. I think I may have forgotten to do something. Yeah, this is too fast. See that? I just, it's just like you're flying in bullet time. All right. So press escape, and this is why this happens after the update. I don't know. So we'll click reset, and now we'll try lowering the the camera pitch. I'm gonna do 8. 8 seems more ideal. Where for me, you decide what. Maybe you want to go lower. Lower means you'll go slower. Okay. So now, see, I have more control over it. It's like someone called and complained and said, can you make this like the truer experience for FPV? Whoops. Let's try that again. Now you just want to sit back and relax, okay? And you probably want to make sure you're flying with the rates that are supposed to be in there. Okay, but this should be all right. Turn. And then bring it in. There we are. This part's a little bit tricky, but this is similar to the experience. Hold on, I need to get past that checkpoint. Whoops. This is similar to the experience before the update. This is as close as you're going to get. Okay? But remember, I'm flying with the DJI drone, which is a little bit faster after the update, which is a little disappointing. I mean, so fast that I had to actually figure out and work with one of our viewers / subscribers to figure out how to fix this. Even though you could just use a different drone, right? And then just customize the rates there. But the reason why I like this one is because it creates a streamlined experience to the DJI drone. Look, we've got our M mode, right? We've got our metrics at the bottom. We've got our battery, which is always going to be at 95 to 100%, because with the DJI drone, it just works that way. So you're not going to have it fall from the sky if you throttle too hard. You're not going to have it do the things that the normal FPV drone does when you pick up bad habits. So if you're going to transition from the experience, right, here to a DJI drone, then do this, but I'll show you in a second. Hold on. All right, that's one lap. Okay. All right, so we got one lap. So I'm going to land on the roof, at least try. All right, and then don't worry about the timer. Oops, oh no, I didn't land. All right, so I'm just going to reboot so that it's just on there. All right, so that's with the DJI drone. Now we're going to change drones. You're going to press escape key, right? And then you see, look, now I can drone selection. I'm going to choose the green one. The green one, straight out of the box, is a smoother drone where you can learn to fly in a more less pressured environment where you're like, oh no, how do I do that? You see how it's a little bit slower, right? And then remember when I was flying past here, see, it's probably going to take about, see, and this turn isn't as sharp, you don't drift like in Mario Kart. See, in this part I would have already been here. So if you're not worried or pressed for time, use the green drone. This one you want to keep it level in that middle so that you can make it past that corner. Watch the wall, and then watch the drifting, and then we'll go through there. See, it's just so much easier to control, but like I said, it's going to take at least 2 minutes to do a lap. See, we are in N mode, and then we go up. And just know the route. Like if you do the route a few times, that's going to help you to become a better, faster, more experienced pilot. It's not like, hey, he's really good. But there are some guys that could fly this on one take. I'm not one of them. So it took me a while to get to know the route. All right. So knowing that, see the battery, we're already at 89%. So because we're not using the DJI drone. When we reached this point before, we were still at 95. So watch your throttling, and that's why on the top of the roof, right, you have a repair center. So you have to somehow figure out how to land your drone in the repair center so that you can fix the drone, one, or replenish the battery. You don't have to do that with a DJI drone, because with DJI, it will return home. Not in the simulator, but in the real world. All right, so knowing that, moving. See how much slower it is, Morgan? So you choose the green one, and then remember with the green drone, in M mode, right? Which is a little bit different. I thought I selected the drone. This might still be the DJI drone. And it just didn't update anything. So let's say, look, if I want to, don't worry, I'm going to give you guys those rates. I'm going to try and land on the roof. Let's see. if I have level mode. Press the F key for like fisheye, and then press the A. No, we're still on the DJI drone. Okay, so it should have switched. Press escape, right? Drone selection. Yeah, that's our drone. See, but there is no, so you might have to quit it. So that's probably, when you know what we say when that happens, welcome back to everything that glitches. Drones, because this is an FPV drone and there is no normal mode. Let's see, drone selection. No. All right, so let's quit. So if you have an experience like that, quit it. All right, confirm. They're probably going to fix that in another update. So we go to race. See, now the drone is there. Go to standard. I was wondering why there was still an M on the bottom. All right, and then we're just going to go to the here, Hanover, and then that's the drone. Hopefully it'll do it. We'll just do one lap, hopefully, if it lets us, and then we'll see the difference. All right, yeah, so there we go. There go the regular metrics. And look, see, if you look on the top left-hand corner, you have acro, 3D, horizon, level. All right, so let's try one in acro. See what we get with the experience here. It is a little bit slower, but it's probably because we have the rates in that transfer over, I think. Sometimes that happens. So there we go. Voila. See, that turn isn't as sharp. And then, like I was saying, this usually takes about 2 minutes to do one lap in this drone because it just flies slower and smoother. And if you're not pressed for time, like I was saying, choose this drone because it's slower and smoother. There are other ones out there, experiment with it, and then you choose one what calls out to you. Right now, this is just, you know, for the new guy, and you just want to get up in the air. You want to like experience the FPV experience without, see how it takes a little bit longer to go up, right? See, but it's nice because you're in control. But this is acro. I don't recommend acro at first. I'm just experimenting with it to see. We're at 53 minutes. 53 seconds. So we already know that the drone is slower but smoother because, like I said, it's going to take about 2 minutes to do a lap. And it's nice. Look at that. I can just fly really beautifully and slow and slow. Enjoy the scenery. You know, maybe you want to stop and check out the landscapes, right? You can always speed up your footage in Final Cut or whatever video editing program that it is that you use, okay? And then the battery, you have to watch the battery, okay? Sometimes that drop will make your drone go faster. And let's see. And then now, see, it's nice too, because you saw before with the DJI drone, it was flying crazy down this particular area. And then we go here on the roof, and our final checkpoint is there. And then we can land on the roof or replenish your battery. Whoops, or try and land on the roof. All right, so that's that. So now if you press the F key, A key, level mode. Now the difference between that is if we press A again, acro just means you're gonna do flips and stuff, okay? And then we want to get back on the roof, or you can just, if you're, you know, we'll try pressing the A key again, and then we'll land on the floor. Press the A, so you see now we're going to go into level. Level mode just means you can still fly. Oh, the drone was stuck somewhere. It means you can still fly, but look at the controllers. See, I just can't do any flips. So you're just flying in the level mode, which is good in the beginning because that's how I started. And then you just have to aim it, see? And do like that in level mode. And then, you know, you just can't do any flips. See it? And you have your yaw, which is fine, but just no flippy flips. And then now, see? Like that. So enough of that. Now let's show you the rates. So you're at the start point, or any point. You can do it in the middle again. You press escape, and then you do flight controller settings, right? For this one, for this main drone, just leave it. Don't touch it, okay? But I wonder what happens if I put actual on here. I guess those will be the actual rates for that particular drone. But just leave them as is. Just press back. don't save it, right? And then if I go back, see, press continue, unsave changes. And if I go back, flight controller settings, see, it's back to what it was. All right, so now we're going to switch the drone, go back, and hopefully it lets us without having to quit, right? And it will just pull the rates from the drone that we've already saved. And now we're going to press escape key, flight control settings, yes, and there they are. So, and you might not see this, you might see, it might say beta flight. So we'll just go from beta flight and then select actual and then input these numbers in there. And these numbers are actually taken from the rates that were shared with us from one of the viewers / subscribers, would actually help the DJI Avata 2 flies like butter. It's a little, the rates, no matter what, are always going to be faster in liftoff, but these rates put in the drone are actually going to be slower. You're going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? It's so slow. But you look at your speedometer on the Avata 2, the drone is going to be going like 45, 50 miles an hour. So with these rates inside the Avata 2 actually give you full control of the drone. And you'll see when you get there outside. And so now we're just going to click save. Remember, make sure actual is selected. Go back and then resume or quit, whatever you want. Maybe you want to go outside. Remember, in order to put these rates in the drone, it's not like they sunk. Not like, oh, I magically put them here from liftoff. No, you got to, there's another video for that that will show you how to do it from your goggles, okay? So I'll just do a reset, do one lap with those rates, and it gives you a little more control, but those rates are specifically designed for the Avata 2. They just help. Oh, different drone. I'm like, wait, what's happening? So yeah, those so like no, this is not the. So as you can see, I'm flying like FPV. So anyway, let's see what drone is it. Quit. Let's do a reset, right? And then we'll escape, and then we'll do drone selection. Okay. So it looks like something changed. See, even though the drone selection is not working, all right? So when that happens, you quit it, and we say, welcome back to everything that glitches. And then we go back. See, there's our race. So we click race. So it's a major glitch with this new update. 1, you lose control of your drone. 2, it doesn't switch to drones. 3, it flies like a bat out of hell. But once we know the rates are there, and you back out and then back in, your experience should be streamlined in the perfect world. There we go. All right. And then we can press escape, flight controller settings. Yep. And these are the settings we want. Want it to be in actual because these are the same rates from the video. And we'll click resume. And now we should have, there's that battery at 100%, and we don't have the OSD from the typical FPV goggles. You can see we're in M mode. And you'll be in M mode even if you switch drones. And remember, it's a little bit faster here, but in the real world, it's actually slower. But as you can see, I believe there's one thing I forgot to do. So by default, you're like, wait, it's not flying correctly. We'll reset. Camera pitch. It doesn't save it. Each flight, you gotta reset it. Remember, and I chose 8, okay? Knowing that, see, it would be nice if everything locked in and saved. So just remember, you got to do that too. All right, knowing that and moving forward, and away we go. Take 3 and action. So here we go. These are the typical mistakes that you guys are going to make in the beginning. So just remember, watch this video again. But you see now, I'm not flying like a bat out of hell, and I can control the drone. Don't get me wrong. There are people who actually can fly in bullet time, but I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I want to enjoy the scenery. I want to control my flight. I want to, be able to pass through here and not fly like a bat out of hell like it just was. Try to get that recenter position thingy. I want to fly the way it was before they updated it and broke it, So these are just some minor major changes, but this will create an experience that's just right for you. See, and I can go in the air, and then, see, voila. You know, might take a little bit longer. And you could level up. Let's say if it's too slow for you, let's say maybe you've leveled up and you're at 15 and you haven't reached 30 yet. So just change the pitch angle to 15. But if you're new, 8 might be a little bit too fast. Lower it to 0, right? Change the camera pitch to 0 and you'll be flying a little bit slower, but it's not about getting there first. It's about the journey, enjoying the journey, and taking as much time as you need to get to where you feel you need to be to fly in manual mode, so that you could take your drone and go outside, right? Everyone has their own pace that they will be learning at. See, about 145, 140, but that's okay. It's not, I'm not racing, you know. I may never beat my time again because after this update, you know, it just doesn't work like it used to. And you have sport mode. So sport mode is the same as, whoops, try and land the drone. It's hard to shut it off. All right. So if I press the A key, see, I have normal. No sport, just normal. Normal would be the same as level, but the drone flies so slow. And that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Now you're able to figure out how to streamline the experience so it works like it did before the update, and that DJI or any drone is not flying like a bat out of hell, because as you can see, those rates will work in any drone. You might have to quit the experience and then go back into it again, because when you switch a drone, it doesn't keep. You might have to make sure that you have an actual, right? Don't use the Betaflight, or you could use the Betaflight once you put them in, because I believe it translates them, but just to streamline the experience, keep actual as actual, and Betaflight as Betaflight, and then, you know, everything should be good to go. And just remember that level mode, right? Keeps the drone level. You can't do any flips. When you're in M mode, you use N, right? There's no sport mode. But with those rates, and remember, if it starts flying after you put those rates in, change the camera angle pitch to 8, 0, or maybe you're not. You know, maybe you've leveled up and 15 is just right and you're on your way to 30. Just, you know, feel free to pause, go back, you know, so that you could remember how it works. As you can see, it's not as streamlined where you can just set it and forget it. It just, apparently the so-called update makes things actually worse and not better. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.